Have you ever had a conversation like,
Hey bro, how you been? Yo bro, I've been good, yeah? What about you? I've been good. So what have you been up to lately? Yeah, nothing much, just school assignments, you know? What about you? Yeah, just the same.
what a thrilling interaction, am I right? But it's not my fault my life is boring, right?
I'm bored of this love, oh I'm bored of this talk, and maybe you're just way too vain to be interesting. Baby, keep talking, but nobody's listening. Don't mean to walk out the door, but baby
we gotta catch up. So this year, I decided I would document my life every week. I was gonna try to make every week super interesting and exciting, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Cause I haven't really been doing a great job at that.
My life is pretty much the same all the time. I wake up, shower, go to the gym, go to school, eat, walk my pet aerosol can. Come on Can, let's go! And despite my efforts, or lack thereof, every day feels the same.
On Monday, I had a conversation with two friends about what they did on the weekend. Notice how I said they and not we? They went out partying. If I told them what I actually did, then it wouldn't look as good. So you could say my life is pretty boring. My feel light just fell on the floor. But that's why this week's film is about why your life is so boring and how to make it unboring. Who are you to say why my life is so boring? Your life is just as interesting as a rock. It's dry and crunchy. I would assume is what a rock tastes like. I've never had a rock before. What? But that is true. What makes me qualified? Why should you trust me to talk about this pressing topic? Well, I'm not qualified. And I actually don't know anyone who is qualified to talk about having a boring life. I don't think boring lifeologist is a profession. If it is, then someone let me know, because I would like to... Dude, can you get back to the topic, please? People are losing interest and starting to click off, and it's gonna ruin your retention rate and the almighty... Okay. Well, look, I have done extensive Google searching and YouTube video watching, and no, I'm not gonna give you recycled information from other YouTube videos that I've watched. That's called plagiarism. And I only do that in school assignments. Don't tell my dad. What I will tell you is why your life is so boring and how to fix it. Well, I mean, not really fix it because there's nothing to fix, but I will give you some ways to make life like a little bit more interesting than the average person.
maybe you're just way too vain to be interesting.
Put it bluntly, you are the reason why your life is so boring. I'm the reason why my life is so boring. I have to admit that.
No one's gonna make me do more interesting things with my life. I gotta do that myself. Life isn't gonna get any more interesting and exciting if I sit at home all day doing whatever this is. You know, you've been gaining a lot of weight recently. You should probably start eating less, huh?
And dude, it's so easy to just compare your life to someone else's. I do it all the time. I had it when I had that conversation with my friends.
I was thinking in my head, holy shit, their lives are way more interesting than mine. It's hella easy to see people online, people around you, who have a much more interesting life than you. But what we often forget is that we are in control of ourselves. More importantly, we are in full control of how we respond to situations.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, instead of thinking and responding negatively in my head about what they've said, I should have doubled back and really thought about what they were saying first, and think to myself, is that the life I want to be living? Is what they're doing really what I want to do? And react in that sort of way before negatively, thinking about it.
Yeah, they go out partying, meeting new people. Sounds like a ton of fun, but also
My friend
just said how she was hella hungover the next day and she made out with some dude a bunch of people hate. Is that really what I want to be doing? Getting drunk and smooching booties with people I don't know?
A lot of the time, the situation that you're placed in is out of your control. But how you respond to that situation isn't. It's in your control.
So something I've been thinking about recently is how like everyone's perception of boring is different, you know. Like there's this guy here in Australia, you call him the lollipop man, right? You're at a school and there's like a crossroads, right? Like a it's like a crossing guard. We call him the lollipop man here, and you know, you stand there. If kids walk past, you walk past and you hold the little thing. I'll put a picture of it up. But I would like to think a lot of people think that doing that as your job would be boring, right? But I walk past him every day, every morning to school, right? And he always has a smile on his face. He's always happy, he's always greeting everyone, he's always smiling. And maybe that job means the world to him, you know? Maybe he really finds joy, even if it is repetitive. Maybe it's interesting how every single day, you know, he gets to see kids go to school, and that sounds really creepy. It's not creepy, not in a creepy way, right? But like, one person might think of this thing is really interesting, and the other person might think it's really boring. But everyone has different levels of like boringness. That's not a word, I don't think, but you get what I mean, hopefully. I think we just need to keep that in mind, especially when comparing our lives with other people's lives, like how boring our life may be compared to someone else's. But yeah, while watching one of those videos about why your life is so boring, I saw one of these comments saying, "I literally have no personal life. Thank you, school." Which I will agree, there's some commitments we're forced into, such as a 9-to-5 job or school. And you may not find it the cat's pajamas. Whatever that saying means, I don't really know what that saying means, but we can try to stay optimistic and find ways to make a crappy situation better. But that's it. Your life is boring because of you. Now, probably the part you want to hear most is how to make your life unboring. Now, I've got 3 simple steps, or tips, 3 simple steps on how to make your life a little less uninteresting. So starting with step number 1, we've got, oh shit. What are you bored?